As we continue to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic, important elections are still looming. ABC4 senior political correspondent Glenn Mills is interviewing the candidates for Utah governor this week and joins us now in studio. Glenn?
Eric, no doubt about it. These are trying and difficult times, so we're checking in with the candidates to get their thoughts on COVID-19 and, more importantly, moving beyond it. We begin tonight with former Governor Jon Huntsman Jr. He joins us from just outside of the studio now. Governor, good to be with you. We're keeping our distance. It's the time we live in, what we're dealing with right now. What's your message to Utahns as we're all living on edge right now?
Well, thank you, Glenn. It's a pleasure to be with you, and it's a great honor to be candidate for governor of the greatest state in America. I've always believed that when times are tough, it sometimes brings out the very best in people, and I have no doubt that that's going to happen in this state. But this is a time unprecedented in any of our lives, where we have to take care of our families, we got to look over the fence, take care of our neighbors, look out for community members. This is a time when we should love a little bit more. This is a time when we need to be patient, we need to be realistic. We don't have all the answers we're looking for. Nobody who's giving us advice day to day, whether the government or health experts, has lived through anything like this. So let's be patient. Let's listen to the public health people. They know what they're talking about. And let's remember one thing, Glenn. This too shall pass, and when it passes, we're all going to be part of rebuilding this great state in our individual communities.
Yeah, let's talk more about that, the path forward, especially economically. We're starting to see huge numbers go for unemployment. People are losing their jobs right now. How do you get it back on track once this does pass?
Well, I'm very, very concerned about where things are economically. You have the health angle, and we all need to be mindful of the steps we have to take there. But we're also experiencing an economic crisis, and I think we're unfortunately falling like a rock. And I have heard absolutely nothing from state officials in terms of what we can anticipate or what we can do in terms of helping small and medium-sized businesses, the people most impacted by it. I'm concerned, for example, about our great restaurant workers. We have 112,000 restaurant workers, and many of them are getting pink slips. I'm thinking about the single dad or mom who relies mostly on tips. Now they don't have a job. Maybe there's some underlying mental health issues that they have to worry about as well. And right now is a period of great uncertainty. This is a time, Glenn, when the banks need to step up and offer zero interest working lines of credit to keep businesses going, to keep people on payrolls. This is a time when the insurance companies need to step up in a most unprecedented way and provide the kind of relief that sometimes isn't forthcoming. We can't look to the federal government for all of our answers. That's what people tend to want to do. That's going to take time. It's going to take bureaucracy. There's a whole lot that we can do right here in our own backyard to make sure that our small and medium-sized businesses stay strong, they keep people on the payroll, and that we don't have the unemployment disaster that I think is going to hit a lot of other states.
This is having an unprecedented impact on the election, no doubt about that. You're trying to gather signatures to get on the ballot. What are you doing to keep people safe as you move forward with that?
Well, we're making sure that in our signature collection effort, that any such signature gathering effort is done on a prearranged basis, that families and individuals are contacted in advance. There's no human contact. There's no door-to-door contacting anymore. You just can't do that. But Glenn, what amazes me is that in a day and age where a tax day, our tax day has been pushed back 3 months. The Olympics have been postponed now until 2021. States now are looking at doing elections a little differently. That we're not thinking about things like electronic signature gathering. We're not looking at things like maybe postponing the due date for signatures, which is about 2 to 3 weeks away.
Yeah. So do you think that should happen? Should the governor or the legislature step up and make that happen?
Listen. What is important here is making sure that candidates, and I'm just not talking about me, I'm talking about dozens of others who are concerned about this, that every citizen in this state should be concerned about ballot access. It's the way our democracy runs. And when everything has been upended and the rules of conventional wisdom and our political process have been changed, we too need to change how we proceed to make sure that when the primary arrives, that people have candidates that basically have done everything humanly possible to qualify based on the rule book. And the rule book, of course, now has changed.
Yeah, we will watch and see how this plays out. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much for being here, and we will be right back after the break.